Hello and welcome to Soul Love with Kimness. I am Kim van de Sande, your host, and I'm super excited to share another episode of Soul Love with you, where we share inspirational and empowering stories from the heart. We talk about the beauty and the shadows as both are part of the ascension journey, to remind you that you are powerful, you are magical, and to have trust in what you feel to be true deep within. Enjoy this next episode of Soul Love. Before we start the next Soul Love conversation, I want to invite you to check out my amazing book, Activating the Flower of Love, a sacred guide for manifesting your deepest desires and highest calling. This sacred book, filled with powerful tools and activations, will guide you to open your heart to the beauty and wisdom within you, empowering you to create the life you deeply desire from the foundation of love. You can find Activating the Flower of Love in all the major online and offline bookstores in ebook or paperback, or you can check it out through my website, kimness.nl, where you can also discover the different ways of working with me and the latest updates on new starting programs. Enjoy this next episode of Soul Love. Welcome everyone to a new episode of Soul Love, and today I'm excited and honored to share a sacred conversation with Philippe Metz, and I welcome you within this sacred space.
Thank you.
I'm really excited. We're both Dutch, but sharing this conversation in English.
Yeah.
But I love the mission you are on and really this journey of deep remembering. I'm all about remembering who we are and coming back, love, supporting us to return to our purest self. But I'm curious because you've done so many things in your life. You've traveled a lot and built a lot of businesses, but also really went on this inner pilgrimage of remembering your light and your truth, and you're sharing that in beautiful ways. But what sparked for you to go on this journey? What sparked for you to go on this deeper exploration?
Well, I think there are two things. I always say I'm blessed with a lot of trauma.
Yes.
And so there was a necessity to do something about it.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of work for that also. But there's also a light in me that nevertheless the trauma would always have been there. And well, just finding ways to get that light expanding. And as my life unravels, it's like it's getting better every time. So
yes, I love that. Yeah, you're returning to yourself, and then we can have this resilience. And but in a way, I love, like, if I in what I know about you, what you're sharing, it's like I love that you chose to see the light, or chose to see the opportunity for growth, or in all the challenges that you have had in your life path, you chose to grow from it and to
that's there are two things maybe for that. Is that I choose because I have to, like, it's like I'm pushed somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think maybe I'm a bit courageous also to go for it. So I wouldn't stop for anything. Like, if I feel that there's still something in me that should be looked upon, then I will go for that. So yeah.
In the end, it's also what will create the most fulfilling thing, to really come back to ourselves and to. But in your journey, in your years, what has really helped you to in.
Yeah, I think that there's nothing in particular, but it's the path,
Yeah.
And you get things when it's time to get things, you get them.
Yes.
So, but I am still looking for a kind of modality that, because I took maybe 25 years to well, sort of remember who I am, but I'm not there yet. But I'm looking for a modality that maybe would be quickening that a bit.
Yes.
But
maybe it's not realistic, but yes.
well, in a way, I think the times are shifting, like
Yes.
things are getting faster. And
Hmm.
I know that I do sometimes healings or stuff like that. And I'm very fast, I think.
Hmm.
So I
Yes.
learn them like maybe it's 10 minutes, but after 2 minutes, I feel it's already done. So,
Hmm.
you know, so there's this sense of that you don't have to take 20 years.
Yeah.
Uh, I think so. So
Yes. Yeah. But I think also our soul guides us when we're ready to, and what I notice in my own journey sometimes that we get challenged, but the challenge is an opportunity or is an invitation of a deeper part of ourselves that is ready to grow and to expand. And but it starts with the awareness of that, because sometimes we can also go into the pattern, okay, this is happening to me and I can't do
yeah,
anything, and the
exactly.
victimhood. And yeah, but it's really the mindset shift of, okay, like, yeah.
Yeah, and it's also becoming more sensible to sense what's in your body, what's
Yes.
around your body, what's going on, because we're so used to look outside of ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
So, for me, it's still a challenge, you know? Don't
Mm.
think that I'm some kind of guru or whatever.
We're ever evolving journeys.
No
And
way.
yes, I think we're all in our own unique way get
Yeah, yeah,
invited to
sure.
stretch and to grow and to expand in our next level version of ourselves, and that is also inviting us to crack the layers open that are not us. And
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah, but I find it sometimes hard to tell things because I'm not perfect. So
yeah,
I
yes,
would say, well, you can listen to me, but don't listen.
yes. But I
Make
think
your own story.
yes. But I think there in that is power, in because that's the true
Yeah,
authentic story. That is,
that is
yeah,
because yeah, and that's what I'm also trying to do is not to relate to myself, you know.
yeah.
Um, I did this burial retreat 4 weeks ago,
Mm.
and then you dig your own grave, and then in the end you stay one night in that grave, you know.
Hmm.
Um, and I did it because I had this deep sense of trying to get into nothingness, you
Yeah.
know. Mm. And to try to overcome some fears and well, and yeah, it gave me much more than that, in fact.
Mm.
So was the realization that Mother Earth is there's only one thing she wants is to give.
Yes.
Because I was lying in the grave, and at first I was a bit panicking, but then it starts to unfold like a healing chamber or something like that, and I was so carried.
Yeah.
So that sense I couldn't ever have felt that in another way,
No.
and so that's also a gift. So that I give myself, and
Yes.
now I can feel that still. So it's really nice.
Yeah. It's really, yeah, I love that. But it brings back to the pureness of our being, or and just the sacredness of everything. Like,
Exactly, because
yeah.
when you're in the grave, you're nothing.
Yeah.
You're
No.
just
Yes.
lying in the grave. But
Yes.
in the end, you're everything at the same time, you know?
Yes.
So
But what
that's
I love in this part as well is like sometimes we so have the idea that we need to do more and be more, and
yeah,
but in well we need to be that's what, but what I love is like you strip away everything and we're just coming back to, okay, this is, I think it's also as a, like a realignment of, okay, if this, like,
exactly.
this is life and Mother Earth is here to connect with us and to nourish us. And because I know, I don't know where I read it, but a couple of years back it was a story of in ancient times, sometimes when someone was sick, they would create this cocoon. Their head would stay above the ground, but they would create this cocoon where someone was laying under the ground for maybe a day or two, and that was
Yeah,
really the healing journey of returning back to Mother Nature, but also the elements that are in the soils
exactly.
that
And
again
and
help our, yeah.
and there too, this sense of surrendering, because
Yes.
what can you do?
Yes. No. Yeah. Nothing. No. But I think, and that for me, like a lot of times, we are the most powerful thing is sometimes to surrender, because our mind makes a lot of labels or things we need to do, or but truly the power is when we surrender, beautiful things come on our path, like maybe a beautiful course or a book or or the inspiration. But it's only in the surrender that we can truly,
yeah. And I got this realization that every day I die and every day I get reborn again.
Yes,
No?
I love it. Yeah.
And I've heard that before, but I never really understood, but now I understand what that is.
Yeah.
So that's the surrendering,
Yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
even like in ancient times, if you go back to the rite of passages and all of that, it was going back to the elements and living also like the sun, because it reminds me of the sun going down each morning and being
Yeah,
reborn.
exactly. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. But it's letting go. Like a while ago, I had someone in my podcast as well, and he said each morning I throw up everything I know, and everything that comes back is my truth, and everything that stays away is not. But I think that's really
Getting goosebumps now.
yes.
So I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really like we sometimes also are so stuck in our own ways of how we've learned things, or it is working, so why not keep moving on? But sometimes we need this reset, and it will come on our path in a way that is aligned. So this was aligned for you on your journey, and someone tuning in, something else will come on your path. But sometimes we need these. It's almost like this re-evaluating, but in a deep body sense, not in a mind sense, in a deep knowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you do to help your body? Maybe when you get challenged, or when you get what are things like that you would suggest others, or more as inspiration, as you said, like we're all ever evolving, but
well, since I'm in a mystery school, yes. But the listener don't. I started this year mystery school, and there I get taught some rituals to do every morning. But yeah, that's nothing that people would know what that is unless they follow the mystery school. So
yes, I get that.
Well, for me, it's just getting back to myself in somehow. I can go into nature, but it's not necessary. But I can also stay in my chair and then
Yeah.
I meditate, but it's not. I don't think I'm a good example of meditation because I think I meditate all day.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm always staring and glaring and glazing. I don't know how you call it, but so yeah.
Yeah.
For me, my challenge is more that I long for the heavens,
Yes.
but I'm here.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm always between those two, and that's my challenge.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. And that's for me, like I'm all about the embodiment, or that's the invitation of this time to, I think, for collect higher vibrational wisdom, but then to anchor them in our body, in our vessel.
Yeah.
But that's inviting us to feel, to go to the layers where we have not been willing to go, because that is like you being in this beautiful vessel allows you to be the contribution, allows you to share your story and your inspiration. And yeah, so I get that. But the power is in your body, is in everything that you are in this. And it's allowing, I think, every one of us sometimes, like for me, a big journey that I needed to learn was as well that in many teachings, it's okay, the sacredness is there. But and I think, again, your experience in laying in surrounded by Mother Earth for a night and a day is really about coming back to, okay, this body, our emotions, our vessel are also sacred. They are powerful. They have messages. They have, like, there are so many things that are happening. Like, it's a magic. See what our body does every day. That's pure magic. And sometimes we look for magic there, but this,
yeah,
this is alchemy, you being able to translate energy into words and sharing that. And yeah, so it's really but I think for a lot of us, sometimes we really want to go there, and because sometimes it also feels more peaceful or more, but then we come back into the reality. But this time it's really about, and that's what I love, because you bring that in like, if you see the missions of your businesses as well, you're really on this path of bringing the humanness back into, and allowing people to evolve themselves and come back to themselves, but also the nature element of giving back to Mother Nature. So I think in a way you already embody that so beautifully, because it's not only this mind thing, you're already infusing that in. Yes.
Yeah, well, I think I did pretty well.
Yes.
So, and because it's all about like finding the love of your life.
Yes.
Call it that way. I like to call it that ways. And in the business, it's the same, because if people find the love of your life, well, then there will be fantastic employees, won't they?
Yes,
So,
it is. Yes. Yes.
so it's not because I want fantastic employees, but it's because I long for myself, firstly, to find this love of my life, and then for others. So, and if I can do it that way, because we have IT consultants,
Mm-hmm.
but it couldn't be in plumbers. I don't care. I mean,
No.
it's all
Yes.
about connecting to who you are. So yeah.
Yes. But I think you're a beautiful example for me, like in new entrepreneurship, or to really get, because it truly is. I think it was Bruce Lipton or Joe. Well, he talks about the honeymoon effect, but it's when you're in love, suddenly the whole world looks magical. So if you indeed love yourself and you love your life and you love what you're doing, then everything, even like our physical body, goes more like the physical things that are happening in our body go more smoothly, like when we're out of resistance. Because I think that is, again, then we're in flow and in the deeper connection with. And then because sometimes as well in the spiritual journey or in the, like, intuition is just something that happens naturally when you're having fun, when you're having joy. It's not something that we need to meditate for or sit for, or it's only for a few. No, it's
Mhm.
this gut
Yeah.
feeling or this, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that's really amazing. And I think, but what are you being guided to take in this next step as your,
Well, the thing is, I'm just leaving the company now.
yes.
I have to, yeah, that's been that.
But for yourself, like, well, what is, as you had these two experiences of the mystery school and of the,
Yeah. So
like,
now I'm still trying to find this modality.
yes,
And I think I find I have now really good elements to do that. This modality to help people um, embrace their true value and their
yes,
true godness. And so that's all what I'm going to do now.
yeah, that's beautiful.
So I'm really blessed because I have time. I have, it's everything is there. So
Yes.
I just have to do it.
Yes, well,
So,
that's sometimes yes, you just have to be it.
yeah,
Yes.
to be it. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I love that. But it's also, and I think what I then love in your story, in a way, you surrendered to the guidance and you followed your path in your whole lifetime, and it led you to here. And sometimes it's also honoring like the moment where we are. Sometimes other things are necessary, but for you, it's like, okay, the universe has created time and space and
Yeah.
the way to really, yeah,
But the way you tell this, it's like it's not being an easy ride.
no,
It's not like, because I live a very intense life, so I can have very low lows and very high highs, and they tend to
yeah,
get a little less intense, so that's good. But it's not like that. I created a company and then we
I
went
know, no,
successful. No,
no,
um, I had terrible times also, uh, but I survived
yes, yeah,
and moved on and tried to surrender in it, as you say. Yeah,
yeah. But I think for me, like as well, it is what makes us real. And we're going through this human experience. And sometimes it is through the very depths we are invited to go that we can also hold space for others from that. It's like, okay, I can say to you, yeah, follow your path. And I have only sunshine on my path. Then I can't really hold space and I can't really see where
exactly.
you are and see
Yeah,
the depths of sometimes the despair we can feel ourselves into. But
yeah,
still, it's you're choosing to rise because we
yeah,
always have a choice. Even when we're in our deepest darkness, we have a choice. We can choose to stay in it, or we can choose to find light. We can, and
yeah.
sometimes it's even a little thread, but it's holding on to this thread and believing, like you shared at the beginning, you feel this push from within.
Hmm.
It's honoring because it's guiding you in a way. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, it's so funny because I found some poems that I wrote 30 or 35 years ago, and
yes,
it's all about this.
wow,
So
yes,
I already knew, but I didn't understand.
yes,
So
I
if you
love
read the
that.
poems, it's like, wow, my God. But now I understand them, you know?
Yes, I love that. Yes.
So is that so amazing? So the spark was there already,
Yeah.
and it had a way out in a poem,
Mhm.
which I didn't really understand, but now, so yeah, it's really strange.
Yes, I
It's
love
very
that.
exciting, I must say.
Yeah. Yeah, but and sometimes it's through you choosing to anchor that through writing, the
Yeah,
unfolding can start. It's almost like, okay, you plugged it into Mother Earth and now your physical understanding can start from this. Yeah,
yeah,
it really is. I love that. Yeah. But I think for a lot of things, even like I had a podcast yesterday, but even with books, I'm rereading my book each time and learn new things, and deepening
exactly.
understanding
Yeah,
comes in that, because also we grow and we evolve and different puzzle pieces fall into place. But also with journaling, I always say to everyone, just write down. Maybe for now it can seem very insignificant, but maybe 5 years from now or 10 years from now, you have this aha and you suddenly can link a lot of things together, and you see the the dots or the lines that are coming through, and suddenly you have this, okay, this is it. And it's honoring that. So I think that's really beautiful. Yeah.
yeah,
Can we
yeah.
see your, yeah, there in Dutch? Can we see your poem somewhere? Or did you share them somewhere or?
Well, there are maybe two on my website, but yesterday I was going through them, and I think maybe I can make a book, or how do you call
Yes.
it?
Yes. Yeah. A
A
poem book or yes. Yeah.
bundeltje.
Yes. Dutch word. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I think this would be a great thing to honor also,
Yeah.
that this whole journey, because it will help me and maybe others.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that.
And sometimes I post them on LinkedIn or Instagram, but
Yes.
I'm not really outgoing.
No, but this it does. We don't have to. So I will share your links below for LinkedIn and
Yeah.
Instagram. And I think even Instagram translates. So if people want to read in English, they can find your beautiful
Yeah.
poem.
You know Shambhala?
No, I've heard of
Oh,
the name, but not.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I had the same. I didn't know, but apparently that's something that they teach in the mystery school, and it's like heaven on earth,
Yes.
like where we probably would like to go to
Hmm.
have peace with each other, and um well, I wrote a poem about Shambhala,
Really? Oh wow.
but I
Yes.
didn't know it was like that.
I love that. Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah, but then it's like honoring this like intuitive side, and it's really what I love in this story is some like it's really allowing this energy to flow. So you back then, even though you didn't know what it was, you just wrote these beautiful poems, just wrote them.
Yeah,
But it was a divine download. It was
yeah,
and sometimes again, I think what I love about that as well is coming back to the sacredness. Our mind can sometimes see, okay, well, this is strange, or this is why am I doing this, or but in everything, when you truly allow this inspiration to guide you, there is sacredness and there is a greater picture that is unfolding in it. But sometimes we don't see the next step yet because we're being invited to take this first step. And when we take the first step, the next step reveals. And that, yeah. But if we never take this first step, nothing happens. So
that's
you
it.
deciding to, okay, now
Yeah,
the understanding comes. Because if you didn't wrote them back then down, you could never have this, okay, aha,
no.
now I understand. Yeah. So,
Yeah, so and when you ask me like what was that thing that helped you most?
mhm.
There's no answer to that, because every step
Yes.
helped me most.
Yes, I get that. In that time and space. Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
honoring.
exactly.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful message. So I want to thank you for sharing your light and your energy, and everyone that is interested to check out your links below this video or audio, whatever way you're sharing. And if there was one last thing that you would like to give everyone as an advice or a tip or a last message,
Go for it.
go for it. Yes, I think that's an amazing thing. So thank you. Thank you for your light in the world, for your
Thank you.
beingness, and
Thank you for
everyone
having
tuning
me.
in as well. I really honor you and thank you. And please follow, share, like, whatever way resonates with you. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next Soul Love podcast. So for now, much love. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining this episode of Soul Love. If you want to find out more about what we do, you can find it below. And I'll see you in the next episode. Much love.